So right in front of me, I have a laptop called the CoreBook Pro, and it's by a company called Chuwi. I've never reviewed any of their laptops, but I have heard of them. They usually release these premium looking but more affordable laptops with specs that are pretty mediocre. Now, this is using an Intel processor, so calm down, you AMD fans. This could be a good buy depending on what they price it at. Inside of the box, you have another box with the power adapter. This power adapter is 65 watts. It's a barrel connector. I'm assuming this is a sample, as the retail unit will have a more attractive unboxing experience. Wow, they shipped this thing out all dirty already with fingerprints on it. That's not a good way to start off the unboxing. Come on, companies. If you're gonna be shipping out products, make sure the laptop is clean before you ship it out. Now, this laptop is about 1.5 kilograms. It's not the lightest Ultrabook I've held. It feels very solid. The display is a bit wobbly. Like, there's a bit of wobble here, like when you open it up. Nope, can't do one hand. You gotta use two hands to open up this guy. It is made out of all metal, so it feels premium. It's quite thick compared to most thinner Ultrabooks. I'll take a Acer Swift 3, for example, which should be about the same thickness as this Chuwi laptop. There's a bit of a gap between the display and the keyboard, so I'm assuming dust will make its way into there quite easily. This keyboard is a straight up copy of the MacBook Pro's keyboard in terms of visual design. They do feel very comfortable to type on. Like, when I type on this, the travel distance is nice and deep and there's good actuation to the keys. I'm not a fan of this red power button. It takes away from the entire color scheme. It looks a bit too tacky. You do have two levels of backlighting to choose from. You have your LED indicators at the top to let you know if the laptop's on, whether the caps lock key is on, and of course, if the laptop is charging. The touchpad is a good size. It's definitely not glass, as it shouldn't be for this price point, but it's using Windows Precision drivers and it feels very good to use. Port situation. You only have one USB Type-C port on the left-hand side, and obviously this is not Thunderbolt 3 because the chip inside of here doesn't support it. On the other side, you have a USB port, audio jack, and a micro SD card slot. The highlight of this laptop is definitely the display. This is 14 inches, it's 3x2, and it's 2K. It's not touch, and yes, it is glossy because of the glass panel it's using on front. The brightness gets brighter than average, around 270 nits, and the color accuracy is more than acceptable to do design work on it. It's pretty much what you're buying this laptop for. Now, there is a webcam in case you need to do some conference calls, but it is a terrible webcam. In fact, if I was to be the scariest character on Halloween, I would be this laptop's webcam. Now, this laptop has a quick access port to the second M2 SATA slot, but I'm gonna show you the internals of the laptop to give you an idea of what you're getting. Now, the CPU and the RAM is soldered onto the motherboard, and this laptop can only be configured up to 8 gigabytes of RAM. That's the most this CPU can handle. You do get one NVMe drive that comes standard with the laptop, and there is a second slot if you want to upgrade the storage down the road. The CPU and integrated GPU is being cooled with one fan and two heat pipes. The battery is 46 watt hours, and they're estimating battery life to be anywhere from 6 to 7 hours of use. Now, the spec sheet on this is not going to blow you away. It's not gonna run any intensive games. It's not gonna edit photos or videos or do 3D work. What it's going to do is basic productivity. It's gonna be used for Google Chrome. It's gonna be used for Microsoft Office. It's going to be used to take notes. You're buying this because you want enough power for the display. The display is what this laptop is meant to be at its price point, because most other budget laptops at this price point don't really have good displays. That's one of the areas most manufacturers cut out on. Now, if you want a full review and you want me to test this out to push it to its full potential, I can test out all the things that I generally do in most of my reviews. Let me know in the comments below. But I think if this is priced around $300 to $500, this could be a better option than a Chromebook, because you get the full backing of Windows 10, which means you can run other applications. Even if it's a more powerful one, you can still dip into it, whereas on a Chromebook, you're kind of limited to a browser. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because if you did, feel free to hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.